Enjoy with your headphones for a better listening experience.
Please watch till the end of the video to have you most scariest part of the video.
I hate everything about being fat. Firstly, may I suggest you limit contact with people that make you feel bad. It won't help you achieve your goals, and if anything, it'll hinder progress since you'll resort to habits you picked up, in part to cope with negativity. May I also suggest that you don't starve yourself. You don't have to be hungry to lose weight, perhaps eat more filling foods. Focus on what brings you joy and look at progressing in that skill. People can always find excuses to dislike you regardless of shape, size, color, etc. Their actions reflect on them and not you. Concentrate on being the best you can, be kinder to yourself because being you is enough. The rest will come with each positive step you take each day. For me personally, sustainable weight loss, I lost 50% of my body weight, didn't happen until I was happy with myself. I basically forced myself to love myself where I was. If I got looks or comments, I just smiled and loved myself despite them. I found clothes that fit me and made me feel good. The more I loved myself, and the more I put myself out into the world to walk and run and just be present, the more I wanted to take good care of myself with nourishing food and exercise. That was when I finally started losing weight. I didn't count calories. I didn't punish myself with exercise. I didn't put pressure on myself. I sincerely hope you were able to find some things to wear that make you feel amazing and let your own voice to yourself be louder than what anyone else is saying to you. Be kind to yourself every day, especially if others are not, and I hope you find some peace. One of my worst moments was at a lake near my place. I got out of the water and a little girl, she couldn't have been older than 5, started pointing at me and laughing forcefully. I wish I were making it up. I just stood there LOL, couldn't muster anything to respond. Her parents did apologize, but still, that really sucked. I always chuckle at the idea of needing to eat a salad. Salads are not inherently healthy. I made a salad today that was 1,200 calories. Add to that the fact that they usually come covered in cheese and or bacon and floating in high-calorie, high-fat dressings, and on a bed of iceberg lettuce which offers little to no nutritional value, and the idea that someone needs to eat a salad really becomes quite laughable and revealing that the general public doesn't have the first clue about healthy eating. I know it's easier said than done, but try not to concern yourself with others' comments and looks. People will judge you regardless of how you look. In a couple of years when you're where you want to be, they will still be hating and judging, they'll just find a different reason. But frankly it says more about their own character than yours. If you are XXL, you don't need to work out yet if you want to avoid the stairs. You can go for walks and just eat less. Eating less will always be the weight lover. Gym is for strength gain. Intensity allows you to up your calories if your daily intake is too low to feel comfortable with. Personally, 1,500 calories are my daily value to eat to stay in the 1 to 2 pounds a week loss range. If that's too hard, you can work out and eat more, but slow and steady weight loss is better for skin elasticity. Loose skin even at a healthy weight will also get you stares. It's all about what you are comfortable with. 52 to 102 pounds lost in 365 days isn't bad, though, to make sure excess skin isn't an issue. And staying with a diet that long is really a good habit that will let you maintain your weight loss. 2 things, if you're uncomfortable in that gym, find another one. I used to go to a gym that was very inclusive because true gym fans understand that you need to use a gym to improve. Sadly, too many gyms tolerate bad behavior from a minority, and often those people are pretty insecure themselves. Secondly, I guarantee you are drinking lots of soda and coffee with a ton of syrup added. Try this, but it's tough, only drink water for a week. Without any doubt, you will feel better. It's a week, what have you got to lose? Walk, walk, walk and more walking. It's good for your headspace too. Take an hour a day and just walk. Take as long a stride as possible, up your pace every day. Get some headphones and find a podcast you like. It's free, no judgments, and you'll probably be further ahead than what you can accomplish at the gym. Also, there's lots of things you can do at home, push-ups, sit-ups, all kinds of things that don't require equipment. Also, resistance bands are like $20 on Amazon. Also, I thought the rule was not chirping the fat peeps at the gym, that's why they're there. Also, stop giving AF what anyone thinks, do you for you, right? Do baby steps. Take a 10-minute walk every day if you can. Slowly increase the duration over time. Slowly cut back on junk food. Don't go 0 to 100 since your body will crave what you can't have. The gym stares you feel are mostly your subconscious. I can tell you most of the time the people in the gym are focusing on themselves. Everything you just described is valid. That said, here's the important thing you got to know, OP, because it's really important and you probably won't believe me anyway until you experience it yourself. Fat is not what is making you unhappy. It sucks being fat, and everything you just vented about is real. I'm not trying to discount that. But things that happen to us, and stuff we think, aren't actually what makes us feel the way we do. That's why it's possible for someone to stop being depressed just by taking pills, or doing strange mindfulness exercises online, rather than from getting a promotion or having more friends. What I am trying to say is that these feelings won't go away even if you wake up 50 pounds lighter tomorrow. They will just change. It will become a pain about how people still treat you badly, or are suddenly way too nice and that feels fake, or you look great in the mirror until you remove your clothes and see the sagging skin and suddenly that's a catastrophe even though the person you always wanted to see, clothed, is finally looking at you in that mirror. My point is, lose weight if you want to be that skinnier person. But seek psychological help if you want to be a happier person. Happiness comes from an attitude of gratitude and kindness to self and others. I've lived this. It's a hard truth, but I've noticed I recently gained a lot of weight. The weight doesn't seem to bother those around me, but my self-deprecation about it does. Also, if my clothes don't fit, or I wear a hoodie in 90-degree weather because it hides my shape better, it doesn't, but it's a comfort blanket. I lost like 97 pounds when I was younger, and I still felt unworthy. The only difference the weight loss made was random interactions at stores would go better, and actually being hit on by girls. As soon as you go on a date or something, the weight doesn't matter, and you'll still feel these ways if you don't seek help with your thoughts. You don't send me too many red flags, but the gym thing does. People at the gym generally want overweight people to be there. It makes many happy. The only people that would look at it negatively are the 17 to 24-year-old douches laughing at your 15-minute treadmill walk while curling in the squat rack. Anybody picking on you at the gym is automatically a trash human being, and I say that with confidence. Seek help with your self-control. I think that's what is making you unhappy. Feeling powerless in the face of obvious problems can really hurt your self-esteem. The extra weight is more of a symptom than a cause of everything wrong with your life. Weight loss will follow in its place, I promise. Losing almost 100 pounds wasn't some difficult tasks, it was just an everyday thing that needed to happen slowly but surely. A 10-minute jog every day is way better than a single-hour run. I understand where you are coming from. I'm also in between XXL and XL, so it's a total wild guess if I'm going to swim in it, via sausage or by some small miracle it'll fit. The real reason I am commenting is because I want to celebrate you. Here's what I read: you were hungry when you woke up but didn't eat because you needed to save calories for a restaurant meal later. You appropriately rationed your calories for the day. You favored delayed gratification over immediate cravings. Even while being hungry and probably a bit cranky, you went to the gym. Some people were rude to you, but you kept working out. I haven't even been brave enough to venture into the gym, even pre-pandemic. I bet for every person who gave you odd looks there were probably 2 people thinking, hell yeah, look at them making strides to be healthier. Except those people are less obvious because they aren't people with no manners. Shopping is really hard for me. If I am not having a fantastic day, I won't even attempt it because finding out I can't fit anything I like can ruin the day. You on the other hand pushed on without all of the mental gymnastics I need to even look at clothes in person. Finally, you went out to eat and finally got your delayed gratification. Only to be met with other people throwing their own judgment and insecurities at you. After the difficult day you had, I would have probably provided the neighboring tables to a show with their dinner by snapping at the family and making sure they knew exactly how stupid they sound. No, you took the high road and handled it with grace while walking the tightrope that was your very last nerve. Then came home and vented to us in a safe and healthy manner. Which was also written well and with excellent metaphors. I know it can be hard to see what you've overcome when you are still running the hellish obstacle course that is weight loss. In all of this your resolve hasn't wavered. You kicked the days, it tried its best, but you are still going. Don't worry about the gym for now, try and get 5k steps, or even 10k if you think you can. Move more and count your calories, weigh your food. I hate it when people stare at a bigger person in the gym. They are just trying to get healthy, so they should be supported, not judged. I used to feel judged, but now I put my headphones on and just focus on what I'm doing. My breathing is probably crappy, but at least I'm there and trying. Also, I wear pretty much the same 4 outfits I've worn the last 3 years too, so don't worry about it rolling on the floor laughing. Your feelings on this are so valid, and I'm genuinely so sorry that people are being this awful. There is no excuse. Society is at fault for making it difficult for fat people. I believe there is a lot of bravery in going to the gym, full stop, and whoever else wants to make you think or feel different can go themselves. Keep going. This is not about you, this is about them. I'm so sorry, and I know the feeling, although I can't even imagine how it would feel to a family being mean to you on top of that. I agree with previous commenters though that even if it's hard, try to ignore the starters at the gym. Or switch gym if you can. I choose a place that's not trendy in my town, therefore it has less of the super fit/fitspo types and more seniors, out of shape people, etc. And now I feel genuinely at home there, smiley face. So find the right place and then keep pushing through the uncomfortable feeling and you'll get there. And I think it's okay to feel down over the way society treats fat people. But I try to turn that anger and into motivation. If people had been meaning to me about my weight, I don't know how it would have affected me. Sometimes I think I would have started to fix things earlier. At other times I think it might have also made me spiral into even worse territory. As it was, I just got the sorry and smug looks. Like the SAL who would always insist on talking weight and diet with another SAL while I was sitting there at the table with them. Unlike you, one of my problems was not being able to eat in front of other people. So, I'd sit there with my salad, picking at it, the plate inches from where my gut always hit the table. Crazy thing is, I only started to lose the weight when I stopped hanging around all those people who used to steal glances at parts of my body and make me feel so bad. Like, I told them all I had to go away and work on my issues, and I wouldn't be seeing them for a while. That's when the weight started to come off. When I didn't have to feel so awful all the time and could start to vaguely see something different in the future. Not because anyone had necessarily done anything to me, but because I just could no longer live with feeling so horrible about myself. Hanging out with people was like being forced to drag a 100-pound mirror around, and I hated it. I didn't join a gym. I did buy a Fitbit and committed to 10,000 steps on most days. I stopped buying food in the frozen section except for bagged vegetables. I put my deep fryer away and used an air fryer. I put the mayonnaise jar at the back of the fridge and the yellow mustard to the front. I had all my groceries delivered, so I was not shopping with eyes and nose and empty stomach. In my fridge I kept things like hard-boiled eggs, apples, cheese sticks, dark multi-grain bread, rotisserie chicken, sliced turkey, ham and cheese, brown ground beef. Packages of deli chicken breast strips. If you know you're going to sometimes throw food into your mouth for no good reason, at least make it good nutritional food. Maybe once a day I'll have something rib-sticking like an English muffin with chunky peanut butter, a light turkey sausage, egg white and cheese breakfast sandwich. One of my kids brought home a free graduation pizza the other day and I had a slice. I ate it with small bites. The key is to make good choices most of the time. No one can be perfect, and especially not forever, which is how we have to make our changes. It took me around 4 years to lose 90 pounds, the last 55 in the 4th year. I've been maintaining now for 18 months at a size 12, and the maintenance is almost as hard as the dieting because you have to learn how many small privileges you can give yourself without letting yourself tip over into the old ways. Anyone pointing out what's on your food plate is working out their own issues with food and making a power play by highlighting your choices. That's not a good friend. I hated everything about it as well. Except the diet. I got to admit I was addicted to that. Listen, what you do is keep going until you change people's minds, but don't do it to change their minds. Do it to better yourself and take ownership of your current situation and change it. Getting looks at the gym? show up every single day and it will stop. Getting comments on what you eat. Eat clean, count calories, and shut everyone up. Can't find clothes that fit? Check again in a month and count it as a huge victory when they do fit. Don't let challenges and bumps in the road stop you. You can for sure do this and life will get better and better as you go on. And build muscle in the gym, don't just do cardio. When you have a good amount of weight to lose, you'll lose muscle as well. Get ahead of that. That way you'll look a lot better a lot faster, and you will have more functional strength as you lose body fat as well. It literally wants to get younger and stronger. You'll feel like a different person. Just measure your body fat to keep track of it instead of weighing yourself, as your weight will increase when you build muscle, so it might be all over the place for a while, but you'll be going in the right direction as long as you track calories. Consider keto. It works well for quick results, and it has a positive effect on minimizing lost skin. You'll gain a few pounds when you get off keto, but that's because for every molecule of carbs you hold in your body, 2 molecules of water attach to it. So, when you go back on carbs you'll gain that constant water weight back. So over-aim by a few pounds. Do strength training in the gym. I'm assuming you're new to this, so I suggest doing something like chest, squats, deadlifts, rows, military press, and lat pull-downs. Use free weights/barbell except for the lat pull-down. Do these as often as you can in the first 2 weeks. It may only be a few times, and then start doing them every day, maybe with a rest day a week. Do 5 by 4 reps with max weight, so you struggle with the last reps, and when you can do them properly, add a little weight and repeat that process. You'll be very sore the first 2 to 3 times you work out, especially in your legs. Both squats and deadlifts are hard on your legs, so sit in a tub of cold water after training the first few times. Do it right after training. After those initial 2 to 3 times it won't hurt like that again unless you take breaks, like maybe 2 weeks off from training. You can add more exercises like biceps, triceps, back, plus whatever you feel like. Do these exercises after the other routine and do sets of 8 to 12 reps x 3 sets using the same logic of progressive loading/adding weight. In about 6 months or so you should probably switch up your program, as what I outlined here is simply to build muscle and strength in general as a beginner. To figure out your caloric intake, check out the calculator. Cut 500 calories a day, and that's 1 pound a week. Cut 1,000 and it's 2 pounds. Don't go harder than a 1,000 calorie deficit if you're working out, and consider sticking to 500. You'll need calories to build muscles.
I think the only way for a woman to actually ever stick to losing weight is if she is doing it for herself to feel healthy. When the focus is pretty, or to be accepted or validated by others, it is easy to quit and easy to find all kinds of reasons why we can't do it. We are our worst enemy, and society has fed us this BS. Go to the gym if you want, because you have every right to go. You also deserve to take care of yourself even if you are never a twig. Feed yourself well and move your body, because it will make everything else in your life more doable. Health and wellness have to be a selfish thing, because it just takes too much discipline to do it for any other reason. Went on a date the other night with my BF of 2 years last weekend. I struggled to find something to wear, because I'm too big for my normal size, and too small for a size up. Shopping has been hell. I end up wearing a dress. I actually feel pretty nice, it's flattering. We went to a restaurant and ate a healthy meal. Everything was going great. He wanted to grab donuts from his favorite spot afterwards. We get there. He orders a half dozen, I order none as I am trying to be healthy. The cashier says to my BF, "You can have all the donuts you want, you are very skinny." She looks to me, "And none for you, you get too fat." I was mortified. I already felt overweight as I struggled to put pants on, as I put on 8 different shirts that just didn't look right earlier in the day. My BF, I apologized for her behavior and told me I was beautiful, but I couldn't help but crawl into a hole. What did I do next? I got home, put my workout clothes on, and went for a run. I processed to work out every day this week. I returned to my bootcamp gym, and I signed up for a 6-week weight loss challenge. I agree with you, it's so hard. Your feelings are completely valid. If comments hurt, just keep pushing forward. Let the comments motivate you to push you to find what makes you happy. prove them wrong, and find out more about yourself in the process. It sounds like you need some more supportive people, and a better gym in your life. I am overweight, about the size you speak of, an XXL/women's 18, but I've never had a family member/friend/coworker make a negative comment on what I'm eating. Pre-COVID I went to a YMCA that had people of all ages, sizes, and fitness levels, and never felt I was being stared at. So, while I am trying to lose weight, it's for me and my health. If you feel like you're getting stares at your current gym due to knowing people/weight gain, perhaps consider another one. You can also definitely eat healthier while still indulging at times, and telling anyone who comments on said indulgence to go duck themselves. State your boundaries and shut down the stupid comments made by other people. Don't let the terrorists win. Salads are not the only things you can eat in a restaurant. Some have a ton of hidden calories when you add it all up. You prepared yourself for the meal and they are still saying stupid stuff? I am generally low-key, but I feel my temper rising up just reading your post. All the best to you and your weight loss journey. And the clothing thing, it's weird. You can be between sizes, and sometimes a loss of just a few pounds knocks you into the lower size. I was AL forever, after losing 20 pounds, then I was AM, and then just a few pounds more, and I am AM top and S pants. It will happen. I've been struggling with this recently, too. This year is the first year that I've tried to not give a SHT about what I wear in the summer, and dress for my own comfort rather than covering up and being uncomfortable just to please other people. I've had some nasty comments and stares, but I'm trying to get past being upset about it anymore. If someone looks at another human and has an issue with what they look like, what they're wearing, what they're eating, and anything else that people seem to have an issue with fat people doing with their existence, that's absolutely their issue. We are allowed to exist and do these things just as much as anyone else. If you're so offended by a person having, when we really break it down, some larger fat cells in their body, then you're the issue, not them. People really need to start giving less of a FCK about what other people are doing with their lives, and focus on being a better person than someone who judges someone else based on their weight. Shame on them, not you, sparkling heart.
Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe. The Internet Surfer on YouTube for more horror and scary stories.